Hello, I'm very glad to be among you today, dear colleagues, friends, and brothers. Wilfred Nagwa, my brother Will Nagwa, asked me to present a short introductory example on increase how to scientific studies for increased affordability of better value global cancer care. The emphasis today is on brief examples of systemic cancer therapy. I'm Ahmed Elzawawy. As you know, I share the Win-Win Initiative, chair of board of directors of Global Oncology University, the GOU, and Global Oncology-Implementing Science, GOIS, which is part of Global Oncology University, founder and president of ICDOC, Experts of Cancer Without Borders, past president of Aortic, African Organization for Research and Training in Cancer, professor of clinical oncology with Khan University, Ismailia, and chairman of Al Suleiman Radiation Oncology, Radiation and Clinical Oncology Center, Port Said, Egypt. This is my email and website. The emphasis today, as we said, that is on a short example for uh, uh, brief example of systemic cancer therapy. Disclosure from conflicts none. And I would like to say this presentation on behalf of all the leaders and faculty of the Win-Win Initiative and GOIS. Go you. We never claim that we have the magic stick, and I am not coming today to convince you of what to do or to prefer, but to raise some short brainstorming points and question, and you who select and lead the realization of the wished scientific changes and approaches. As they say in French, realization, I'm sorry for the typos. As they say in French, bon chance. French is my second language, English is the third. So but because my postgraduate and first part of my career was in Paris, France. So I'm sorry for the long phrases and not like the typical short English style. Short brainstorming question and notes. What's global oncology? The reason of the question is that sometimes there is a confusion between the science of global oncology, science, it is science, and the general public health topics and talks. Definition of oncology, according to Merriam and Webster, not my definition, it is a branch of medicine, branch of science. It is a science concerned with prevention, diagnosis, treatment, and study of cancer. All, all, all type of cancers. Global means worldwide. So global oncology doesn't mean as frequently thought. It is cancer and care and control in low middle income countries, but it is regards the whole world. Otherwise, it would be called low middle income countries oncology, but it's global oncology. Global is global. As you know, along the last 3 decades, and still, and will continue if we continue as we are, despite the conferences, report, cancer societies, governmental NGOs, classic publication, commission, agendas, program, summits, important political declarations like UN declaration, non-communicable disease, and other initiatives to address the big problem, to access the reasonably scientific cancer care, to talk about disparities, equality, and big jump to solution. But no, what is the outcome in the real world? The gap between the required cancer care and the available was widened in the last 2 decades, and there is no convincing evidence that the needs wouldn't be increased in the third decade of the 21st century. So we should be prepared seriously. There will be increase even in incidence for cancer. The picture presents the situation in the world. Shall we continue as we are? The problem is not the problem is not in the excellent and respectable players, not at all, but in the game. So changing the game with scientific approaches and evidences are needed. What do you think? What do you think? Needs to repeat that it is known that the tragic lack of affordability of better value cancer care in many low middle income countries. Yes, we know, but there is but are there unserved patients in affluent countries too? Yes. According to American Society of Clinical Oncology, 40% of American citizens in the first cause of fear of cancer, it's its financial burden and the risk of bankruptcy. In Estro, Europe, one-fourth of cancer patients in Europe didn't get the indicated radiotherapy. Who see this is strange that, but this is reference here. In recent report and Medscape article, it stated that the median launch price of 13 new drugs, cancer drugs introduced this year was to $257,000 US dollar, which is more than 3 times the median household income for California family. So what is about other states? So what's about Gabon, Egypt, Panama, and, India? A question one to all you. What do you think? Please feel free. What is the global value of new treatments and more cost, if not affordable, for the majority of cancer patients in the world? What is the value of invention, all these things, if it is not affordable? Question two to all, and I leave the answer to all of you. What is the global value of awareness, screening all day of something, and early detection of early detection if the patients have no access to affordable and nearby good care with dignity after detection or screening or diagnosis? I leave the answer to you. The question of proposing global cancer fund, yes, but it is not the magic solve big solutions as some think. Because then it will be trying to fill a tank while there are big holes at the bottoms. To be realistic, incentive and remuneration of professional cancer care are mandatory, particularly in low middle income countries, should be considered and repair the systems, even in affluent countries. Otherwise, the different ways of corruption under different names of abused resources of different parts of the world will continue. If you have a question, if you have a sum of money, do you spend on purchasing some medicine or some drugs for a treatment or something for in low middle income countries, or it will be more value if you spend the sum or part of it in scientific studies and smart approaches to increase affordability of better value cancer care. All will win. What do you think? I leave the answer to you. It is an occasion to thank BioVenture for Global Health, Dr. Jennifer Dent, Kathy Graf, and all staff of BioVenture for Global Health for supporting initiatives, including the African Access Initiative and Hypo Africa Study, and for collaborating with Global Oncology-Implementing Science. It is free program for all. Our question: it is possible in the real world via science to lower the total cost of cancer care without compromising the outcome and to increase affordability of better value cancer care? Better value cancer care? Yes, yes, yes. What do you think? If we have some example, we have many, and this is a list of reference that you please read, visit, and watch some of our references based on the work of hundreds of authors. I'll leave here the list and send you the slides. And these other list, the part of this part of systemic therapy, but there are also we have parts of radiotherapy. How to increase access and affordability of radiation oncology and prospects of molecular radiotherapy. This you find all this session and lecture video and also the series of ASCO Goys international webinars. Entitled Game Changer in Global Oncology. Big game changer. Please feel free to register and access. Welcome all as partners and colleagues. Till we view through the thoroughly the reference, you'll see it. Take your time. Could you tell briefly four examples? Yes. How to reduce the cost of one example is how to reduce the cost of $100,000 or more of the new drugs per patient for certain cancer drugs in USA. This present, you find reference here. You find many exciting examples. For other drugs, it is scientifically to reduce the cost via scientific ways by 50 to 80% without compromising the outcome of patient. Yes, there are many scientific ways. You will find that a list of approaches. I give just some example for drugs here based on the pharmacokinetic studies. Abiraterone for prostate cancer after fat food or meals, and not on empty stomach, as usually prescribed. The same scientific it is mistake, not an empty stomach. The scientific approaches for lapidanib, the same approaches for breast cancer HER2 positive, citinib, and with food also. Vinclexta, and this is very interesting that when given with 300 milligram posaconazole, it is presented in ASH and other meetings. It is used for adult CLL, small cell lymphoma, but what is interesting is that it reduces the racial disparity in survival among black patients with acute myeloid leukemia in USA, not with talks, but with science. We stressed on what we published by about the need of revisiting and reassessment of doses of all new drugs, particularly targeted and immunotherapy of cancer and clinical trials. All what is approved before by FDA, all what is in the guidelines of ASCO, all what is guideline in ESMO, all should be revisited because doses could be more optimized on scientific basis and the high cost will be reduced and avoid unnecessary toxicities, all without compromising the outcome and even to get better outcome on patient. There's reference here. I don't say some of this reference are from the FDA themselves. The good news here that after many publications, presentation, and pleas by many experts, including us, over years, you find many examples here in our book and last book and many presentation, a great endeavor, Project Optimus. By whom? By the Oncology Center of Excellence, USA FDA themselves. Thanks for them for reforming now the project for reforming the dose optimization and dose selection paradigm in oncology. What we called for years. Could we give us one of the shocking example of present of waste of resources? There are many different fields in many different fields. I'll give you just one example of many. You'll find many. The waste of leftover vials in some expensive cancer drug in USA is estimated to be $3 billion per year. We are not complaining, just complaining win-win initiative and on GOIS and our programs, but we search for solution. Are there solutions to reduce enormously this waste? Yes. It is published, but who listen? This is difference. We didn't invent anything, by the way. The cost, other example, the cost of referring cancer patient from East Africa. This is just example. It's happening in many parts of the world. The cancer patient from East Africa to India, for example, by $2 billion annually. You imagine this. The cost goes to clinics in India, commissions or percentage to the referring cancer doctor in East Africa or other part of including I am in North Africa, I am in Africa, and the change also, and the agent between and the drug companies. Without offending anyone, the sum of $10 billion in 5 years could establish local high-quality cancer service and system with dignity to local patients, comparable, even better than some services in the United States, while all will win. Could we advocate to change the game? We think that is necessary. What do you think? And the systems. This is also, I give you one of the examples that we cited in our references. Counterfeit fake medicine is worth 200 billion US dollars and cause 1 million deaths annually in the world, including cancer and HIV. This according to whom? Who published this? According to World Health Organization and the International Criminal Police, Interpol. So we complain to whom? The Interpol. This is published by the Interpol. Okay, the statistics, and the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime. It is published by and known by many authorities in the world. I highlight this: known by many authorities in the world. The value volume ratio for fake drug is higher than for many illegal drugs. $1,000 investment yields upwards $400,000. Unfortunately, it is rare to point this serious problem of counterfeit medicine in medical articles or conferences. Yeah, big conference, this is with gala dinner or something. There is no place for that. Hence, the question is how we can expect better value health care, cancer care, and drug therapy while this serious defect persists and increasing. Are there solutions or just complaining? No, there are solutions, and it's published. But who listen? Practical solutions and not expensive tool to detect fake drugs. We see one of this shift device in chapter 15. You find here, and it is reference for this device. Just an example. There are solutions for if we would like to solve. Instead of the repeated talks about some severe shortage of radiotherapy in many parts of the world, it's possible to treat double or even triple the number of patients with the existed present facility in many countries. Yes. Many other and we presented different approaches for how to do. The reference here. For the last point, in the real world, will the decrease of upcoming plans for expansion and sale of manufacture of radiotherapy device will be decreased? No, don't worry. Industry and all, and commissions. No. It will be the most operational way to show how radiotherapy is cost effective. Hence, with smart approaches to open weak or even dead markets for the needed new 10,000 or more radiotherapy clinical oncology service. It is you see here win-win modified blue ocean strategy. You'll find details of this in our books and our presentation. How to increase access to affordability to better value country. It is seminars coming also. The clinical trial in radiotherapy. What is about research? In radiotherapy, the clinical trials in radiotherapy represent 5.1% only of the total output of research in the world. You imagine this. Greater support for radiation therapy research in low middle income countries is required, including international collaboration. Please watch this YouTube. You will find many stimulating brainstorming points, including hypofractionation, and not just hypofractionation. And to send send your feedback and comments. This is the YouTube of this session. Please watch, and you'll find many ideas, and not only hypofractionation. And come to us back. Hypo Africa study. We highly applaud, really. Please don't miss the upcoming series of ASCO GOIS International, how to increase access to and affordability of radiation oncology and prospects of molecular radiotherapy. And you find here some lecture and video and with idea, and please come back with your feedback. Finally, we hope that the international scientific initiative to be adopted, improved, implemented, and led by many of you. Its own value is only value if it is adopted and led by many of you. And to join, this is the website, and welcome all. It's free. Welcome all, and it is how to send feedback, and warmest and welcome to all of you. Thank you on behalf of GOIS and Win-Win Initiative and behind all the faculty and leaders of our initiatives. Please visit and watch some of the reference. I sent you, and this is also in our website. Please visit and send us your feedback. Feel free. Okay. I'm sorry that I try to be short as much as possible. And I'm saying going forward in fruitful cooperation and welcome all hand in hand. Thank you all.